who I'm talking to now. Like, okay, I'll talk to Bella. We're bringing her on.
You're live.
Are we ready? Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I want to thank all the athletes here tonight and all the parents and supporters of our program who are watching online. Ideally, we'd like to have you all here, but it didn't turn out that way, so we're going to do the best we can to make it work. I do want to thank the parents for being the backbone of our program, because that's indeed what they are, supporting our teams every night, feeding the players each week, supporting our fundraiser efforts, and just helping out any way they can. Special thanks to Alan Donovan for all the hours he spent following us, filming us, and we'll find out what it's like when he's not around doing that. Hopefully he'll do it on for years and years. Thanks to our bus drivers, Corey Freeling and Roger Allen, for getting us to all the matches safely. And I want to give a special appreciation also to the administration for allowing us to play, because there's a lot of teams out there that were, for whatever reason, quarantined, and I know our administration was very much into us being diligent about wearing a mask and going out in public and doing what we're supposed to do, and I think we did that. I think our program did do that, and we were, I guess, lucky enough to get through a whole season and make it as far as we did. I also like to thank the ladies in the office who do tons of work for us and never get a whole lot of credit behind the scenes, and thanks to my wife for putting up with me doing this for 34 years. I think now Tangi did some really neat videos. So she's going to do the in-season video first and give us a chance to watch that, and then we'll talk about the coaching staff, and all of you will come up here and we'll do our little thing. we're going to slide these chairs over. But before we do, wasn't that good? Tangi doing that? Really awesome. A few details about winning a letter and not receiving a letter. In volleyball, you have to play in half the sets, the varsity sets, to letter. And if you are a senior in good standing but don't letter or don't play enough sets, like Alex in this case, she gets the letter. And then we also had an injury, and the injury was a situation where Amber played in all the sets before she got hurt, and she will also letter. So we have a lot of people letter this year. And also we're going to get state recognition for our academics as well, and we're going to have a lot of you, or some of you at least, get a KVA all-state recognition for being smart and having a 3.75 or greater GPA, and our team should have one as well, a team award. So at this point, I'd like to have Tangi maybe talk about the season. It's nice to have the JV on the video. It was really nice to see that red uniform. So I'm going to have Tangi talk about the JV right now. I'm going to talk about the varsity as we go in the season later.
Hello. Okay. So I just wanted to start off and say that I had so much fun with you guys this season, and I was just really proud to be a coach again this season. This was my second year, for those of you who don't know. My JV players can attest to this, that we had probably 7 different lineups throughout the season, just from different circumstances and all that, but I'll keep it short. I just wanted to go through each of my players and say what I thought you guys improved on throughout the season, and then end with a little highlight. Bailey, I think you can attest to this, how many times I said to you, you need to talk more. And I think every time she said, what do you want me to say? I'm like, anything, sing the ABCs on the court, I don't care. But I thought as the season went on, you did learn to talk more, and you'll be more of a leader as a setter too. That creates a better leader on the court. So Shelby, I thought you got so much more aggressive as you went on. Your hits started going down, like spiking the ball, you're getting over the net. So your aggression improved so much from day one to Hayes, and even in practice with varsity and what you got in the games in varsity, I thought you improved a lot on that. Gracie Parsons, also where are you at? Oh, found you. Sorry. I thought your net play as you went on got incredible. Like, your aggression also, your hitting was also an improvement, but your net play through the end of the tournaments and the end of the games was incredible, and the back row I thought you did great on. Bella and Alex, you guys always had a smile on your face, and you guys just keep things so fun. And we never saw it, but they saw it. And sorry, parents, it was never a bad thing, but apparently they bickered a lot on the court, which makes it fun. I mean, we never saw it, but they're just so fun. You guys are such a fun group to be around. And Sierra, we didn't get to have Sierra for 2 weeks due to COVID. And I mean, she's our talker, she's our librero on the court, so we had to adjust to that. And so when we got you back, it was like a whole nother game, like your talking is great, and you kept it up, and you brought it onto the varsity court, and so I appreciate that. Katie never played volleyball, correct? Coming into this year, well, yeah, and her biggest thing was when she got her first serve over, and the surprise looked on her face. But now you know you can, so you won't miss again, right? And Aaliyah is a junior, correct? And she couldn't be here tonight, but she also came in this year as someone new, and I think she played in 8th grade, but it's been a while, and I just thought she came in and she handled the back row like she knew she could, and she was a great asset to our team. And then to end, we had our last tournament was in Hayes, and we were going to play some pretty tough teams. And I had faith in our team, but volleyball is an up and down sport, so you just never know how we're going to come out. We came out 2-4, and we actually played really tough teams. We went to 3 with some of them close games, most of them. And so I was really proud on that. We ended the season with a record of 13-11. So I just want to say I'm proud of you guys, and Alex, we will miss you. And I'm going to hand it over to you.
Do you want to talk? Well, I want to thank those two, okay, because Coach K has been with me for, did you say 12 years? Yeah. It seems like 40, but it's been 12 years, and Tangi for a couple of years, but you guys know, I mean, I couldn't function without either one of them. And they know that. So any of this stuff about awards and stuff like that go on during the season or at the end of the season, you know it's a team thing. It's a staff thing and a team thing. Okay, I want to be really clear with that, and I'm going to get my seat over here where I belong. And then we're going to have the freshmen, which would be Bailey, Dakota, Tinley, Cameron, and Gracie. Is that right? You come up here. I think we'll just have each one say something about the season, and then as each one says something, I want to say something about that person. Fair? Okay.
My most memorable thing about this year was probably when we were at state, and we were in our locker room, and the other team, I think it was Heritage Christian, right? Yeah. And they didn't like our music. So they were like, we decided to hand notes, and we played Jesus Loves You. And then we played another song, and we annoyed them a little bit more, and then they decided to write notes to us, so we did the same. But I mean, there was nothing bad or anything. We just all thought it was really funny. And yeah, I mean, I love this year. I mean, it was so much fun, and I absolutely love state, so yeah.
Like a lot of you, her demeanor is really good. I mean, always grateful about everything. And I think Gracie got better as the season went on, especially like at the state tournament, hitting down line like she did. And normally our hitters don't do a lot of down line hitting. So defenses kind of figure that out, and it's nice to see somebody focus on some down line hitting. But Gracie was also the player at the beginning of the year where we had her and Maggie and Cameron get off to the side, and one of them was going to be a libero. I don't know if you remember those days, but so we didn't know who that would be. We certainly needed one, and I think it got really important that we put Gracie off that and into the front row so she could do some hitting. And same way with Cameron, we switched her over to where she needed to be, and then Maggie did a good job of doing that. But so what I remember about Gracie is, she was scared to death about being a libero. She didn't want to be a libero. She wanted to hit like everybody else, and thankfully she did. Hey, Dakota.
This season was full of a bunch of memories, but my favorite was before every game when Talon would teach us different dances, and we would all just sit in a circle and laugh at her dance moves.
Dakota played side for us, and I guess the nervous thing about her for me was the fact that it was not her comfort zone. Volleyball was not her comfort zone. And her facial expression every day in practice showed that. It was like, oh my, it's lost, and what am I doing wrong? And believe me, if it was something wrong, this person here would have told her. And yeah, so I think she got better and better and better as the season went on, Dakota. And we just ask you to, treat each sport the same and have fun in both and show that you're having fun out there. And I think you did that. Tinley?
Okay, well, there was like so many memories this season from our pregame dances to team meals, but I'd have to say my most memorable was at Mr. Rogers' house when we were there for a team meal, and he was giving us a house tour, and Bailey just falls down the stairs. Yeah, it was quite the time, and we died of laughter for like a solid 30 minutes.
I wish I was there, I really do, just to see that, but Tinley got better and better. You know, she's following the footsteps of a really good player, her big sister, and I don't think she always wants to hear about that. And but the one thing about Tinley in practice, one day, you know, Talon goes up and hits the ball really hard and lands on Tinley's foot, and Tinley was, you know, where was she supposed to be? She was on her side of the net, and Talon was in the wrong. She went clear over, and Talon ripped into Tinley for being in the way, but none of us had the whatever to go to tell Talon that. We thought, okay, we'll let her believe that. I mean, so Cameron.
Oh my gosh. I think my favorite memory from this season was when we were on our way down to state, and we stopped at Old Chicago, and we just got done finishing our meal, and Talon pulled out her tip, and Elise was like, Talon, you have to go by percentage. That is a terrible tip. And I think they argued for probably at least 15 minutes over whose tip was better. But it was pretty funny. I was just so thankful to be a part of this team this year, and I'm so excited for next year already.
Camry did a good job, a really good job of setting for us in our 6-2. We started the drills where she would hit the floor every day, because that's what I like about her, is she'd get dirty, hit the floor. I always call her my spark plug, and you guys probably know what that means, but that's what I feel like she was for this team, and she still has a ways to learn. She doesn't play the net too well yet, I don't think, but I think she'll get better at that and make us more complete. But like every one of you, great attitude, determination, and great work ethic. Bailey?
I think my favorite memory is when we were in Belleville and our locker room was a wrestling room, and we were getting ready to change, and we saw a camera in the locker room, and Ashlyn tried to put a sock over it, and it wouldn't work.
Is that it? You guys all know how we use Bailey in practice. You know, she, way back in Hoisington it was, and we got to see her magical serving, and then she missed 2, I think, and made 2 or something. But every day in practice, you know, we always talked about our back row being what it's going to take to make it all the way. And to that end, in practice, we utilized Bailey's ability to serve tough at us pretty much every day. And she wasn't the only one, but she was the main one. And hopefully we can utilize that serve next year within our lineup at the varsity level. So do you have anything else to say? This is the freshman group, and we'll have them have a seat, and we'll bring up the sophomores. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
We got him right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Dakota. Can we shake, or are we?
Oh, yeah, you can shake. Yeah. Chest bump, hip bump.
Good job, ladies. Sophomores. Okay, we'll start off with Sierra.
My favorite memory, I guess, would have to be when we played here, the JV did, and we only had 6 people, so nobody got a break. and we all got to play all the way around, even me. Front row, that was great. Sterling. I am a great front row player. But yeah, it was just, I feel like we had the most fun because we all like laughed and we did a really good job that game. Yeah.
Okay, I won't be mean, but my favorite memory of Sierra is also the scariest memory for me because every day in practice, when she hits the floor, it looks like looks like she's gonna fall apart completely. But the thing about Sierra is she's not scared to hit the floor, and you guys all know that. I mean, she's time and time again. It's just that it's amazing that she didn't come out like majorly injured, but appreciate the effort. Molly.
My favorite memory, oh my God. Laugh. Was when I sat in the back of the bus, and when we played games like Among Us, our names, Alex, you know, and when we played card games, and that's it.
Molly did a good job for us. She played all the way around. I think she had 141 kills on the year. Did a good job in the front row. Smart hitter, I thought. Did a good job in the back row, and it was also a pretty darn good server. Katie.
Okay, so my favorite memory would have been on our way back from Hoisington, and we stopped at McDonald's, right? And me and Shelby got food together, and it was so messed up. Like, Shelby's chicken nuggets weren't even spicy like they were supposed to be, and they messed up the McFlurries too. Kind of disappointed. But someone brought to my attention that I should leave a Yelp review. So I left a Yelp review, and I don't even know if it went through, but, you know, I tried.
That's exactly why we love having Katie out, and I'm glad she's here. My memory of her was almost every day, actually, in practice. We're doing a attack drill, and if she thought she was standing on the side too long, she'd come up right behind me in my ear and say, "Nicholas, can I come in now?" I say, "Okay." Okay, Gracie.
Well, this was an amazing year. We went to state and we made a ton of memories, and it was pretty fun. But I'd say my favorite memory is when during attack drill, I would make a mistake and Mr. Lin would go, "Below average." And then I'd look at him and then he'd go, "Oh, you're getting a little higher. You're getting a little higher. Oh man." And then, it was so fun. But yeah.
You know, it's funny she would say that because that was my memory of her. It was early in the season, and it was always below average. And you always took it like a trooper. You know, you took it and went on and tried to get better. Then in mid-season, it was like, "Oh, hey, you're average now." And at the end of the year, Gracie, if you're honest, what did I say? So much better now, way above average, right? You got better and better and better. There was a reason or purpose for the madness. Okay, Shelby.
My favorite memory was probably my first state experience with you guys, like just spending time with you. And I really loved being on that court with this team.
Which team? Actually, Shelby was never, ever, ever nervous about getting in a game. At least she proved to me that she wasn't. At the state game, she got in at the end. I thought she'd be petrified, and she wasn't. She said, "I can do it." And that's what I like about her. And Tangi's right. She got better and better and better on her angle hits from hitting in the middle. And I guess the one area of improvement she can make is maybe covering around blocks and that sort of thing. But I think that's going to make us, next year when we have our auditions, it's going to be tough because I think she's going to make that next step. Who's it? Haley. Okay.
One of my most favorite memories is when we were getting ready for a game and we sat down and I felt Tinley staring at me and I looked over to her and she had a very serious look on her face and she said, "When in doubt, set up Tinley." And then she'd just say that all the time during games.
Yeah, Haley, she had one of the toughest jobs for us, and that was coming off of JV and joining the varsity when Amber got hurt, and none of us knew what was going to happen then. She had that petrified look on her face in the beginning and I guess in the end, but she did a really good job fitting in with this team. And I don't know where we'd have been without that. I really don't. We'd had to change our offense or something. She did a really good job. I can't see. Bella.
My favorite memory was after our JV Hayes tournament. We didn't have most of the people there because they all went home with their parents, and it was me, Alex, Tangi, and Shelby, and we spilled all the tea to Tangi.
I don't have anything to add from what the earlier conversation between Alex and Bella, because in practice, it was just gosh darn amazing how you never knew who was going to win the argument, but my money was on Alex. So, and then we should have Elise. Oh, she's a junior. Sorry. I think Coach wanted to say something.
I guess I'll just add to the state experience. What I like the most about this team, and this goes for everybody, freshmen through seniors, is we kind of really preached about the leadership and the being together as a team. And everywhere we went, every tournament we went, these kids did not have their phones. They were not distracted. They were always together, especially at the state tournament. When we had a break, kids were all over with their parents or not together, and our kids were never not together and never not focused. And I think that's why we achieved our goals the way we did. So, yeah. I'm really proud of you guys. And I'm proud to be a part of this team and this coaching staff. And I hope that, I just can't wait for the end of this year, and we'll miss them. But I'll talk about that later.
Okay, we'll bring up the juniors. Elise, I said sophomore because I wanted you around a couple more years. That's why. The juniors, Aaliyah Allen had prior arrangements and could not make it tonight. So we'll start with Amber.
Okay, so I became injured early in the season, and while I was injured, I took up crocheting. My favorite memories were attempting to teach Dakota and Cameron how to crochet. They could not get it.
My biggest worry is her coming back from crocheting and playing volleyball again. So hopefully that'll happen. And she did a great job for us while she was part of our team or playing as part of our team as our other setter. Elise.
I would have to say that my favorite memory was during conditioning week. Shocker. JC and I would have to go down to the old lake when they would run to the old lake if cars were coming to tell them that the girls would be running to the old lake and to watch out for them. And on our way down, we turned the corner and there were like 11 turkeys on the road in front of us, and they just would not get out of the road. So we had to follow them all the way down to the old lake. Yeah.
Elise is what's the right word? Irreplaceable. I almost said irresponsible, but irreplaceable. She's irreplaceable. She absolutely is. She knows everything I expect, everything I need, everything I want. She knows all that, being around me that long. And I tried to get her out for basketball, but didn't work out so well. But I apologize for saying that you were a sophomore. Okay, Ashlyn?
My favorite memory was we would always go to Cameron's house before football games and watch football games there. And there wasn't a halftime performance, so we decided we would make our own. And so a couple of us created some dances. They weren't very good. And so we did that. And then we learned the fight song, which took about an hour and a half to learn, but we mastered that dance.
Ashlyn, from last year, I've said this many times, I know, but from last year to this year, improved so much, beyond my imagination in terms of the improvement of her play. And I think the summer that club ball maybe had something to do with that. I don't know. And just working hard. And there's a lot of categories she led us in this year. Serving was one of them. Service points was one. Digs in the back row was one. Hitting percent was one. But it's just nice to be able to say all these things and know that you got all these young ladies back, like Ashlyn. Talon?
Okay, so I really have I couldn't really pick one memory, but I'd say my favorite one would be the Spearville game, which was to get to Dodge, which of course we did, but just like knowing that we went there, and it was at home, granted, so that was awesome because we had never had to experience that before, like playing a state game at home, which was very weird, but it was amazing. Like the crowd was awesome. All the support was good. But that would be my favorite memory because just knowing that like we won and that this team that everyone underestimated at the beginning of the year because we were so young, like knowing that we went there and literally kicked butt, I don't even know how to explain how I felt. Like, I don't think I told any of you this, but I actually laid in my bed and like cried tears of joy because like I wasn't worried going into that game because I knew that we were going to win. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it was amazing because I was proud. Like I've been proud of this team since day one, and that had to be the best memory for me because it just made me so happy for like every one of us to go in there and beat another, I think, were they state ranked team, right? Spearville? Yeah. And I don't know, it just made me so happy to go in there and win and then advance to Dodge where we did incredible, I thought. So that had to be it.
Well, Talon, I know you're excited that we beat Hillsborough in the semis, and you remember what you said to me? Are we in the finals? I said, no, we got to win 5 more now, Talon. Yeah, we are in the finals, but it was awesome. Talon, her effort and what she has accomplished in 3 years speaks for itself. I think we all know that. I could go on and on and on. I've got the career record book, which I'm going to give you a copy, but she's in probably pretty much every one of them in the top 10, if not higher up, except setting. And maybe next year we'll make her a setter, and then she'll get in that too. We'll see what happens there, but the honors that all you guys are receiving will come at the end. So we'll talk about that then. Oh, and Maggie. Yeah, Maggie also couldn't be here tonight. At the last second, they decided to leave early because she's participating in a pageant in Florida, National Kansas. She's the Kansas representative at Florida. So I don't know how she chose that over. I just don't understand that, but no, we wish her the best because that's awesome. It's quite an honor, believe me. So we will. Do you want to talk?
No, but I agree with Talon. That Spearville game was amazing. The crowd turnout, and you kind of made me tear up a little when you said you cried in your bed because she's right, everybody. We lost a great group of seniors last year, and we're not rebuilding, but kind of rebuilding, and it was awesome. So, yeah. Thanks, juniors. Run along.
Bring all the seniors up here. We got 2 here. JC has been manager for 3 years or 2 years or 3. If you manage more than 1 year in any sport, from me, you let her. What I said about Elise, I mean the same with JC. Not that she's a sophomore, but I do, all the work they do. I love that, and having managers where I basically don't have to do a whole lot. Denise Coach K prepares the schedules for all the games, and these guys come to my room, get my keys, and the rest is history. You know, I don't have to worry about all that. I got worries about all you guys. So I'm gonna let her talk.
Okay, so I had a lot of favorite memories from messing with Mr. Lin, because that's my favorite thing to do. But the most favorite one I had was before we went to state, all the varsity players came to my house, and we made Oreo balls for the way there, and just jammed and played with my dog a lot. And we actually got her to sit on the couch and take a picture with us. But I'm just proud of all you girls and was so grateful that I could be a part of this team. And you guys are some of my best friends, and I'll miss you next year.
Okay, Alex, just really have a hard time putting you in words. I'm not crying, I'm just saying. But the one thing about Alex is she came every day. And when she came every day, no matter what we did, I mean, I'm talking about the running and that kind of stuff, did she ever quit? So she was on the side, you know, and running up and down and every single day. And that's what I remember about you, Alex, is you never, ever, ever took a break. And I appreciate that, whether it was in the track or it was in the gym or whatever, and you stayed with the program, and believe you me, all three of us appreciate that.
Actually, your memory, Alex. Your memory.
Before I say my memory, I just want to thank all of you. This was a really great year with great teammates and great coaches. So my favorite memory was in the middle of a JV game, and Bella was going to set it, but she tripped, and I was on the bench watching her, and I could not stop laughing because it was so funny.
I do remember that. We were both laughing our heads off. Yeah, that was funny. That was.
Okay, I actually have a confession to make. When we were in Dodge City, you know, the mask rule and everything, JC had an exemption, and I kept it in my bag the whole year, never took it out. We get to Dodge City, they're really sticklers on it, like, JC walked in without a mask, where's your mask? She's like, oh, she has it. And I'm like, yep, I have it. Digging through my bag. I mean, they're staring at me like, where's her exemption, you know? So I'm like digging through my bag, like, no, it's in here. And then I'm like, I took it out of my green folder, and it's on my table. JC, I forgot it. She was not very happy with me. Anyway, she lived, thank goodness, and she got it through it. Well, JC, I was emptying my volleyball bag, having it for basketball, and I took it out of my green folder, and I put it in a different pocket. I apologize, I had it the whole time. Please forgive me.
It's fine.
I'm sorry, but you know, so I did have it. I knew I had it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I want to talk about Alex. Alex, we are going to miss you in volleyball every day. You have like a dry sense of humor, and you get all of my jokes and laugh like that under your breath. And she is one of them that feels sorry for Dakota all the time. And she's always like, why are you talking like to Dakota like that? You know, and she's going to miss you because you stick up for her. So we appreciate your dedication to our program the last 4 years, for sure. So thanks for that, both of you. Yeah. Yeah.
How many times in your mind did you ever cuss at me? I'm just curious.
You want me to answer?
No.
You want me to answer?
No, you're released. Okay. I'm going to summarize the season, but I'm going to read it off of this because I don't want to miss things. Is that fair? So I apologize for that. This, for me, was one of the greatest seasons ever. Every day was a rewarding day in terms of how our practice went. The players worked very hard, and it made it very fun for us coaches. We walk in the gym, always late because of me. But you're always on your, third drill, fourth drill, because you knew the drills. Everything was exactly, true to form. The memories that I have for my players this season stems from the unbelievable character, focus, practice, and game approach, dedication, heart, and drive to do well no matter what age you were or what the circumstance was. Much of this was a product of the leadership that we had in the upperclassmen. To walk in the gym and know that everything was ready to go and we were already in our fourth or fifth drill was very gratifying, because we've had years where the players were on the sidelines sitting down doing whatever. We've gone through that not very many times, but we've had that. As far as our accomplishments, this wasn't a normal season for us. It made me really, really proud when Coach K got with you guys and you sent videos of your work in the summer. That was awesome. I look at that and I go, we're getting ready now, and we're not even in the gym. And I saw where you're hitting the balls out the platform that you made special for this. I saw the thing you hang up on your goal, and you use your spike approach and hit that for this. So I look at all that and I'm thinking, you know what? They're doing everything that I didn't even really ask of them. And they're all getting ready. I mean, that to me was something because of the kind of year we had. We got in the gym on June 1. You probably all remember that. We did basketball, we did volleyball, and we didn't really know what we were doing with you guys. We honestly didn't. I don't know if we were thinking 500. I really honestly don't know. But we thought this is the time to put something together and hope that we have a season. When we put a lineup together and a roster together, it's never going to be that one that we put in the first. It might have been this year, I don't even know. You start with the opposites a little bit. Ours never is true to form there. But I can tell you one thing, that what we put in for our roster and our rotation was perfect. I do believe it was. When we went through the season, for the early season, mid-season, late season, I told her many times, I said, you know what we have is right. What we have in our rotation, where we had you, was correct. And I think that was part of the reason why you guys did so well and with what you did, because you were in where you needed to be. As far as the season goes, we began the season, you guys probably forgot some of this, but we started off 11-0, and we won 20 of our first 22 matches. And then we knew that maybe we did have the right rotation, the right personnel, and that sort of thing. And maybe we have a magical season. And along the way you're hearing, my God, this is unbelievable. And this looks better than even last year, and that kind of thing. And I appreciate last year too, don't get me wrong. But in different ways. The different approaches and that sort of thing. You guys beat Clay Center, they were ranked in 4A. You beat 2 Nebraska teams, one of them was undefeated and no set losses, and the other one I think was undefeated and 2-time state champion. And neither one won a set against us. And really, really proud of that. We went to Hoisington. We went 5-1. We barely lost to the team, west of us, and we got second. We went to the Concordia tournament, and it was somewhat of a tournament because of COVID, but we went in there and beat everybody except for Clay Center, who was solid, and we tied for first. And then we went to, I forgot Belleville. We went to Belleville. We went in there, and I guess that was our first kind of thoughts that maybe we might be decent. And and I may have told some of you, but the coach at Thayer Central, he's a winner. They've gone through a lot of years of wins with that guy, and they didn't think they were going to lose their first set against you guys, let alone the first match. And afterwards, he got me to the side, and he didn't know our personnel. I don't think he did at all. But he asked me, he says, do you think this team is going to go all the way to state and do good? And I said, no, gosh, they're in diapers. What do you mean? That's exactly what I told him. I said, I said, we're way, way too early, but he kind of had an instinct from what he saw. And we were starting to, just starting to. So I just wanted you guys to know that, because when others talk like that, it's pretty impressive. The MCL tournament, we did well getting into the Hoxie round robin, and even then we lost 2 matches to 2 very good teams, and that's just the way they went. And I always say, just like state tournament, I always say, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. There's a higher being above us that knows what's going to happen, and there's maybe not a thing you can do sometimes. Did we always play our best? No. Every moment wasn't perfect. So, we went through the season. I can assure you that TMP and Peaburg, and probably most of the other teams, did not give you guys credit, especially when the year started. And what you did when the year ended was win the league. So we went 10-1, gratifying, Phillipsburg and Team Peak can say they tied. They did, we all went 10-1, but they probably look at you guys like more of a 500 team. So very proud of that fact. State tournament, we talked about that. We beat Hoxie in sub-state and went on, and I don't think we played, you did everything you had to do to play well no matter who you played. And that goes for every match at state tournament at Dodge City. And we've got memories from last year, and it's like, okay, we are more focused this year. That's just the truth. Great leadership. You guys were great leaders. You were. And you went through, some of you, 3 of you, whatever, went through some of that last year. And the 3 of us did. So we knew what we weren't going to do heading in, and we knew what we had to do going in. And that is, I think, a big reason why we were successful and came up just short, something to work on in the off season. And maybe that is a plus. Maybe not winning it this year and having everybody back and knowing what we have to do for next year. Maybe that is the important thing we have to get out of this, which means every one of you has to work harder to get better at what you do. Every one of you, JV too. What we have left is to honor those that made All-League and All-State. And truthfully, we did well in league. It would have been so nice to have another one on there, and it's unprecedented to have that many on. To have 5 on, we would have partied. We would have. A little, yeah, queso. We would have had that. Mexican. We'd have done that. But we didn't, and there's a fine line between who gets on and who doesn't, especially with, like honorable mention, and when I saw with the fact that we had 4 on, I was so happy, and yet I wish we'd have got more selfishly, because you know me, I'm selfish with how I use your time and so forth. So what I'd like to do is just bring you up one at a time. As I call your name, come up and get your award. Gracie Kirchhoff. Come on up. Gracie received honorable mention All-League. And I know why, the deciding factor with her was her back row. It was her back row. Cameron Hutchison, second team All-League. I don't, there might have been technically a couple better setters in the league, There might have been, TMP being one of them. But nobody would work that hard. Nobody. And, or the determination that Cameron has. Ashton Long. Ashton got first team. First team all MCL honors. Very, very, very deserving. We did them Zoom. We did our meeting Zoom. So it's not a situation where I could see how every other coach votes on this. And I can't vote for my own players. That's another thing. I can only vote for players that are on other teams. But Ashton got first team All-League, and then Ashton got second team All-State. So I think that's quite an honor as well. Had a very good, the highlight videos that we were watching just shows just in miniature format how awesome you guys are. And so KVA is the main source of this kind of thing. It's not a newspaper getting just area players. It is the Volleyball Association across the state of Kansas. And she got second team class 2A. And then Talon Rentschler. Talon was selected first team unanimous All-League for the second year in a row. I hope I'm not wrong on that. It might have been third year in a row. I know it's second year in a row for sure. Her and I think the Lane girl and the Skimper from Phillipsburg, they all 3 got unanimous All-League first team. Then as far as KVA, I don't know how they can look at us and watch us play and not see how good a player she is. And not just her, but to see that, and my only thing would have been, she better be on there, she better be on there, she better be first team, and she better be on there. And lo and behold, she was. And I thought, that's good. There's justice. I mean, so she got first team All-State. I think she was honorable mention last year and first team this year, and just awesome with all of you. Not just these guys, but every one of you that worked really hard. And to me, you're all league. All league, every one of you. You want to add to that? Okay. All right. We have a really nice gift that Julie Coleman did for Talon. And one of the things that she did this year was achieve 1,000 kills for a career. When a player gets 1,000 kills for a career, they should get honored on that day. They should. There should have been somebody there that day saying, whatever, because that is gosh darn awesome. That doesn't happen every day. It honestly doesn't. And I've been around. It does not happen. But you're probably my first player I've ever had, second player, ever had, Grayson. And she should have the same thing. But that's just awesome. The difference between you and Grayson is you have another whole year. So you're going to be shattering the record unless we have the stupid COVID thing going on. So this is what she received from Julie Coleman. Pretty awesome, huh? Have you seen it yet? Okay, just wait. All right. Congratulations. Go fist bump. There we go. Get her a picture. Yes. All right. Yes. What I got left here? All right. Good job, guys. You can sit down. Okay. Okay, now we got the state video.
Oh, hold on. Hello? Let me have yours. Okay, we have something for you. We have a special little present for you, Coach Lynn. As you all know, you all, when we were in Hoisington, you hit a really huge milestone, I think, of 900 wins, which is amazing. And with the help of Adam Rentschler, we have a special gift and a presentation for you. Go ahead, Alan, do you have that? Alan? What? Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Talon. This is a present from all of us sitting in here with your 900 wins.
What? Okay, here we go.
Can you hear him? Okay, he's going to talk.
Y'all there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
What's up, guys? What's up, Smith Center? This is Zeke. I don't know if y'all remember me or not, but I was here last January.
He was here last January.
And I'm a veteran that came out and spoke to you all. And then I I also make bottle cap art, as you can see right there. Adam, he reached out to me after this monumental milestone was reached for Coach Lynn. I have to admit, Coach Lynn, as I'm making this art, I noticed I found myself calling you Coach Win. I'm not sure if that's because you just won that many. I'm not sure. That's pretty incredible, but please forgive me if I call you Coach Win from now on instead of Coach Lynn. Adam Rentschler reached out to me and asked if I would make this for you. It's quite honorable and a privilege for me to do that for you. Congratulations to your team and also the individual efforts and successes. It's an honor to be able to create that for you for this incredible milestone.
Thank you. Yeah, very good.
Okay, but I
I'll
appreciate
talk
that.
all night.
Thank you very much. That's all of ours, right? It's all of ours. It's us three. It's all of you, and you have a part of that. And I'll be honest with you. My first win as a coach, I remember that day, and that first win was equally as special as this one. Everyone's the same for me. It really is. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the coaches that I have. Believe you me, and it makes my job way easier than it could be. So thank you.
Okay, I have one more thing. Thank you, Zeke. We're good, Alan. One more thing. We are having to do this. I'm sure he said that in the beginning. our parents cannot be here. We're alone. One thing for sure, I wish that the parents could be here because we have Coach Lynn, who received the first time ever KVA 2A Coach of the Year. Everybody should stand up, round of applause, because that's pretty awesome. Woohoo! We're super proud of you. I could go on and on about so many nice things about him. I played for him. I now coach with him. He is my mentor. He is my friend. We spend a lot of time together. Everybody thinks we argue, but it's all in good fun, and we always kind of make up at the end, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the girls and I, and we all got that for you because 900, but I wish it'd say Coach of the Year on there too. So congratulations to that. That's all we have. Okay.
The KVA honor is going to be, I'll get it. It'll be for us three and all of you guys. Okay.
I just want to say thank you to be coaching underneath you. I played for him 8 years ago, which makes I'm getting old, but sorry. But I mean, I'm kind of like their mediator. When they bicker, I hear it from him, and then I hear it from her, and then I'm just bring them together. But no, I enjoyed this season, so congratulations. You're a great coach. And others think you're a great coach, and they have a lot of good things to say about you, whether they tell you or not. So take that to heart. Highlight video time? I made another highlight video for state, so I think we're gonna end on that one before he says the closing, but.
excuses. The first sign of a loser is an excuse. Champions take full responsibility, good or bad, for their outcomes. Tell the world one time what you're gonna do, and that's it. Spend less time talking and more time grinding. Think like a champion. Speak like a champion. And then walk it out. Grind 120 all day, every day. Stop making excuses. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Every time you justify being average, you invite in the enemy. Mediocrity is a dream killer. Your coach, your trainer, your teacher, your boss is not the problem. It's your consistency. You gotta make a decision. How bad do you want it? Average is on the left. Success is on the right. You gotta choose which one you want. A champion's workout doesn't officially begin until pain arrives. You see, greatness is right on the other side of pain. So what are you running from it for? You say you want to be successful, then push through it. Stop making excuses and go get it. Very few battles are won under ideal circumstances. So you gotta simulate and practice the unknown so that the unexpected will not derail you. Every morning when you get up, ask yourself, how can I put myself in a place where I'll be uncomfortable? See, you have to master the unknown. You gotta master your fears. You gotta master the unexpected. So when it happens, you are prepared. Champions can push through and keep going when everyone else around them is quitting.
But just know this, yesterday was not the end of anything. No, seniors, it's the beginning of everything. Tear 'em up.
What an awesome video. I mean, that was impressive. If I'd have known you were going to use practice, I would have done something harder, maybe.
Can I say something?
Yes?
I'd like to thank you all for helping out through the years. Some of you have been doing it for 4 years. And many of you have worked real hard. I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you, because without you to help tote stuff and help tote stuff, and the family members who made it down there to help tote stuff, I really appreciate it. I don't care what Nick says. I watched the junior high team last year, and I thought, man, we're going to go to state next year. So maybe I'm just optimistic.
Thanks.
But I really appreciate everything you guys did to help me out, coaches and family. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan. You're a big part of our program, you know that. Thanks for all the parents and supporters for getting online and watching this. Hopefully you were excited about volleyball as we are, because I think that's awesome what Tangi put together too, and you guys are all special. You're special to me, you're special to these two, and like I said, that the awesome, neatest thing about all that is getting you all back next year, and hopefully we get better, just a little bit better. And then we'll do this all again, and the only thing is it's going to be nice to be able to see us up there without mask on. You know, you're going to look at that in 25 years from now and go, what the heck happened back then? I mean, so thanks for everybody for, in a better situation we'd have everybody here tonight, but I think this is awesome. I like the setup, and hopefully basketball we can do it again. So thank you.
Go right ahead.